Oh wait, I should probably talk. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Move everything over, get everything set up here. There we go. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Y'all doing good? Hope everyone's doing good. It is Tuesday. And ooh, oh, that's a heavy box. Oh, that has a bunch of stuff in it. I should probably put you right about there for now. Go up there for now. How is everyone doing today? Look at it. Look at these beautiful ABS parts. Look at this. Look at these beautiful ABS parts. Gotta break support off. Hopefully support. How well does the built-in support break off of these prints? That built-in support looks pretty solid. Oh, we might have some trouble here. Okay, the built-in support on these is pretty supporty. Living the dream. What is your dream? If you're living the dream, it must be a good dream. What if I put you in through here? Is it just that? Okay, what? Am I seeing something? This should come off. Oh wow, these are okay. They do come off. It does come off. It just really tight supports. The built-in supports do not have a lot of wiggle room. That is for sure. Okay. How's everyone doing today? What are we doing today? What are we doing today? It's gonna be a short stream today. I was running around doing some stuff this morning, errand-wise, so I couldn't get much set up for the stream today. And I was hoping to have enough stuff printed by now to do to start working on the, wow, me fail English? That's impossible. The Delta Flyer. It's a Delta kit. LDO Motors sent us. Yes, I know we have the Stealth Changer, but I kind of want to build the Delta first, so I'm building the Delta first. It is what it is. So, fun fact, two things happen. Two things need to happen for you to print parts or to build a printer made out of printed parts. One, you need the part kit, which, hey, thank you, LDO Motors. We have the parts kit. It's on the floor behind me. Two, you need the printed parts. Hitting start print and going to bed, and then because your garage is so cold, the printer doesn't get to the temperature it wants to, and then it's like, okay, do you want me to go ahead anyways? And then you have to hit a button to hit yes. And then that happening after you've gone to bed, and then you wake up the next morning and you forget to check the printer, and you just kind of, oh, I never got the notification it finished. So you just kind of forget about it. And then at the end of the day, you go, oh, wait, did those parts finish? And you walk out here and you're like, no, I wasted 12 hours. Or correction, it was a 12-hour print that I've wasted 24 hours on. And then I started the print. So that one's on me. That one's on me. It is chilly in the garage. I had to actually dig out my little electric space heater. It was getting down to, I think it was like almost 10 degrees Celsius. And I do have a chamber heater, the Prusa Core 1, the bed. The bed is a chamber heater. It's a heater, it's in the bed. It's a chamber heater. It needed to get to 55 to be happy, and it got to 53, which, to be fair, for a, you know, non-insulated frame, it getting to 53 Celsius in a 10 degree Celsius ambient garage, it's pretty good. Let's be honest. The sheet metal, no consumer level printer has insulation. Very like minimal, if any. There's no insulation. We have like thin sheet metal for the enclosures. So the fact that that thing was in a 10 degree Celsius garage, was able to get above 50 just off ambient, that ain't bad. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That ain't bad. I wish there was a setting I could add where I could tell the Prusa, like, yeah, okay, you tried to get to 55, but you got to 50 something, you're good enough, and not have me come in and go like, yes, that's good enough. Because I literally just had to hit okay and it started the print. So I wish there was like a confirm if wish to proceed, if not heated enough, yes, no option. So it would just like, if within however long it tries to heat up to 55 chamber before it starts to print. If it doesn't heat to 55 within X amount of time, but it's over set minimum, it will start the print anyways. I wish that. Isn't it is, it's 10 degrees in my garage. I don't have a heater in my garage. My garage isn't heated. It's insulated, but it's not heated. I have a heater now. Like I have a little electric heater right here to keep my butt toasty while I'm streaming. So like right now it's 16 Celsius. There we go. So yeah, isn't it? But yeah, so I could tell it to not worry about getting to that temperature, but I want it to still do the heat soak. I still want it to do the heat soak. So it would be nice if there was like a, if else type statement. Cause okay, so in Clipper, you can have macros with else ifs in them. Okay. So you can make a heat up macro where, if not at temperature by X time, but over this temperature by X time, start print anyways. You could do that in Clipper. It'd be nice if this had something. So this is something I got to make a note of for the video. I should probably have a notepad going of like criticisms and critiques I have of the Core 1L. This is like it's all nitpicky stuff. The camera doesn't want to talk to my Wi-Fi network, so I'm not having luck with the camera. I have Ubiquiti Wi-Fi equipment, an Amplify Alien, and then like a signal router out here. So it's having funkiness talking to my 5 gigahertz network. I could drop it to 2.4, but then I'd have to everything would be annoyed because everything would be like, I'm on the wrong name and I'm not renaming everything. But that's pretty much like the only thing is like nitpicky stuff. Turn on the garage. Well, you would say that because first things first, we're gonna get the Core 1 printing right now because I've been printing parts. We've got two things here on the desk. We've got all these ABS parts that I've been printing for the upcoming build for the Delta Flyer. So I have all the ABS parts. This is all Prusament ASA. Oh my God, the VFAs. So this is all Prusament ASA. The parts they're all good. They're all good. So we have that. So I got to print some more parts. So let's do that right now. And then also, while we're doing this, hey, guess what? Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Did Polymaker announce something today? Did they announce something today? Okay, cool, they did. So now I can talk about the thing that I wasn't supposed to talk about on the other stream that I didn't talk about, but I was gonna talk about it because I didn't realize what it was that they had shipped me, and it was the thing I'm not supposed to talk about. But they announced it, so now I can talk about it. So speaking of, you can enter for your chance to win the thing I'm about to talk about that I wasn't supposed to talk about, that I didn't talk about, but I hinted at because I almost talked about it on the other stream. So you can enter for your chance to win some of that. Wasn't it 0 below? Oh yeah, there's snow on the ground. There is snow on the ground. I woke up yesterday, not today. I woke up yesterday to this. Like, yeah. And the snow's still out there, so it's been below 0. So yeah. Andrew Rogers, cheers for the 10 for the chili fun. It's 16 in here right now, and I will say this it's on high. Yeah, it's pumping out heat. It's pumping out heat. This heater is like 3 years old now, and I think the fan is starting to go on it. I mean, for a $40 electric heater I bought at Costco, it works pretty good. Now that I have like the garage mostly insulated, and I have like the proper wall up where it traps, like we have the cold area of the garage where this guy is, and then we have the warm area of the garage where I'm at. And because I have like the little folding door between them, it keeps all the heat in here because I only have to heat half the garage now. And this side has insulation in the ceiling, so. Just print at 0.8 layer with a 0.2 nozzle and proof no VFAs. Well, that's the other thing we're gonna be talking about because I have a bunch of test prints here from the Venture XL. The Venture XL is still printing like shit. So we're gonna, that's the two things we're working on today. We're gonna get the Core 1L printing more stuff for the build, for the whatchamacallit build. And then we're gonna try some more figuring out with the Venture XL to figure out why it's still print like doo-doo. Well, I don't know why it's printing like doo-doo, but it's still printing like doo-doo. And then we're gonna do a little bit more planning for another project, I think. So, the Freedom Flyer, the Delta Flyer. Is it, okay, Delta Flyer for some reason sounds familiar to me. Like, I know it's the 3D printer that we're gonna be building, right? It's the Delta Flyer. But why does it sound familiar? Is there something from a show called Delta? Voyager. That's what it is. Is it Voyager? It is Voyager. Okay, Delta Flyer with the ship from Voyager. That's why it's been bugging me since I heard about this kit. Since this kit showed up, I've been like, this name sounds so flippin' familiar, and I couldn't remember what it was. And then this morning, I'm like earlier, I mentioned it, I'm like, it's a ship, isn't it? It's a ship. But yes, it's, you know, Voyager, the ship that's by itself on the other side of the galaxy with no resupply, that somehow has infinite torpedoes and the unlimited shuttles, and it can manufacture stuff. It's always funny at the beginning of that show, because I watched Voyager when it was live. Like, I never watched a recap, but I caught it as it aired, and I did watch the finale, so I know the gist of it. But at the beginning, they're like, oh my god, we have to ration everything, and then they gave up on that like halfway through the first season. Anyways, okay, let's print some stuff. So I just printed all this stuff. Okay, so what do we have printed? I should have kept track of this. So that's printed. I gotta print that. Gotta print that. Gotta print that. So bottom frames are all printed. Top frames are all printed. Okay, so I gotta print these. That ain't orientated. Assuming we're going to orientate you like that. That looks like that would go that way. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Okay. Oop, that's printables. Okay. Kess or 709. Didn't the actress playing Kess go kind of loco? I thought the actress playing Kess, didn't she go like kind of crazy? So that's the frame. So I can actually build the frame on this, I think. Okay. Literally that is everything for the frame is printed. Okay. That's the frame. Carriage. Okay, you know what? We're gonna print the carriage in different colors because let's see. Delta printables, Delta Flyer. Let's print the carriage stuff in a different color. That's the legacy one. Okay, so I have all the frame stuff printed. I don't know what this top plate is, but I got all the frame stuff printed in black. Okay. So now we got to print the carriage stuff. So what color are we going to print the carriage stuff in? What color are we going to print the carriage stuff in? Let me unload this. Home. What do I do? No, not print. Filament. Unload. What color are we going to print the carriage in? It obviously needs to be an ABS or an ASA. I was going to do orange, but I don't have orange. We can do red. It's all panchroma. Trying to think. I do have a nice blue here, I think. I do have, oh no, that's Pet G. Ocean blue, that's Pet G. I mean, we could do Pet G. This isn't enclosed. You know what? I'm gonna do Pet G. We're gonna do Pet G. We're gonna do orange, and we're gonna print it in Pet G because it's not enclosed, right? So, because I wanted to do orange and black, just because we are testing it on the Prusa. We're printing all the parts on the Prusa, so I figure, hey, but they didn't send me orange ASA, but I got orange PET G. So we'll use orange PET G. We'll use orange PET G for the carriage stuff. Plus, it'll allow me to test PET G on it, right? What is this, a Prusa Mark III? Yeah, no, we'll print the carriage stuff in PET G. So let's see. So we need 3 of those, and 6 of those. Okay, so wait, did I? Oh, I already pulled them in. Okay. So set number of instances, 3. Nope. Set number instances, 3. Set number instances, 6. There we go. I don't have, well, okay, I don't have orange ASA, and I want it to be black and orange. So we're doing PET G. Plus, I'm testing the printer anyways. So did Ambrosia Galaxy Green and Purple ASA? Ooh, I think I have a spool of Ambrosia Green somewhere. Oh, don't you tempt me like that. Don't you tempt me like that. I think I do have a spool of Ambrosia Green somewhere. Let me go downstairs and check. Let me go downstairs and check. Let me go downstairs and check. You're gonna make me go downstairs and check for this. Okay, let's see. I think I have a spool of Ambrosia somewhere. I don't know if I opened it though. Ambrosia Green. That's that. I remember seeing it. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Shoot. Oh, this is gonna bug me now. Prusament. Oh, shoot. This is gonna bug me now. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Oh well. Oh well. I know I have one somewhere. Oh, you know what? I think I used it. I think I used it for something, and I can't remember what. Okay, we're gonna do PET G anyways. I need to test PET G on this printer anyways. So, I know you're looking for an RC card to print a while ago. Check out RC Street Basher 1/7 scale and print those. Okay. We'll check that out. We'll check that out. I mean, I gotta test it. Box turtle. I think it was the box turtle, actually. We might have used it. I think it was the box turtle, because I have green on the box turtle. Okay. Let's load some PETG in there. Num 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 num. Come on, eat the filament. There we go. I wish it had a speaker that played the num 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 song. You know which song I'm talking about, right? I wish the printer had a speaker that would play that song as it ate the filament. Okay, now I need a box to put these printed parts in. I have a couple printer boxes over here. Let's use, I'll use this box for now. Num 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 num. We're playing Tetris. Make it all fit. Work for now. That'll work for now. There we go. What is the release? Oh, yeah, I got it right here. Here, we'll talk about what Polymaker just announced. This I'm going to be probably super, it's kind of an outside of my wheelhouse kind of thing. But for those that are into it, they have refills now. So they have refills. So what did they send me? We got Army Dark PLA, Matte Beige PLA, Cold White PLA. It's all PLA. Yeah, it's all PLA. So that's kind of the thing. Steel Gray PLA. So it's let's do the Army Green because you know everyone likes OD greens. So they should be pretty universal for what spools they accept or what they will load onto. I don't have any empty spools. I could probably go like grab a bamboo spool downstairs somewhere. But they're refills. They're one kilogram refills. So the advantage of going with refills is a couple things. One, you save baby whales or something. That's what Greenpeace says. So you're saving some baby whales. But one of the biggest things is size. This is like one of those things you don't think about. This is a box of, you know, let me grab one here. Okay, so just to compare, here is 1 kilogram of filament. Here is 1 kilogram of filament. Okay, so when you're shipping and buying bulk orders and storing, it's a lot easier to store a bunch of these. The reason I don't really play around with refills is namely for the fact that I don't print any specific color, like other than black, regularly. I kind of just flip-flop around whatever's color. So I don't want to like print a spool to put a refill on, and that spool is only ever going to hold that refill, because I'm not going to like print a little bit, then take that spool off, unload it from the refill, bundle it back up, hope it doesn't come unwound, and then reuse that spool. If I was running like a print farm or something, I would probably honestly be using bigger spools, so I wouldn't have to reload as often. So it's just my specific workflow. Refills aren't for me. They don't really make a lot of sense for me, because pretty much I just store filament on shelves until I need it. So basically every time I buy a refill, I'd have to also print a spool for it the moment I use it, because I wouldn't be taking them off and putting them back on. Does it fit? To my knowledge, I think they talked about it. I think they're designed to be pretty dang universal. I think they're pretty dang, yeah, they work with bamboo and any cubic master spools and then a printable spool. I haven't finished off a spool of the new Prusament yet, unfortunately. So I can't verify if it works on the Prusament reusable spools. Because I don't have an empty Prusament reusable spool yet, and I'm not gonna spin off an entire amount of filament from one just to demo it. But whenever I do finish it, I'll remind me and I'll let you know. So, it was a terrible decision to make 3D printer spools from the carcasses of baby whales. That's true. So yeah, so they do look pretty, like, for those that don't know how a refill works, it's quite simple. You basically take your refill spool out. It has a bunch of, like, usually in this case, it's got plastic ties. So you puncture it, take it out of the bag, you put it on the spool, you leave the cardboard on, you put the other side on, you lock it together, and then you cut the tie holding it together. You cut the ties, pull them out, and then voila, there you have a spool. You just got to be very careful because these are easy to tangle. From the factory, it's almost impossible to actually have a tangled spool. Even if the winding looks kind of messy, it is very hard to tangle a spool. Well, as you're winding it up, basically it has to like somehow get under something that's already on the spool. It's very hard for a machine, even if the windings look ugly, it's very hard for it to come from the factory tangled. Unless either the operator that, you know, is swapping the spools as they're loading, if the operator screwed up and didn't notice they screwed up, or they didn't pay attention, or they just kind of like, oh, it accidentally unwound a little bit while I cut it and I wasn't holding on to it and kind of, we'll just hope. Like it basically has to be a human error at some point. Either you let it slip and you didn't realize it, or you're just lying and you're hoping Polymaker sent you a new spool, or a random company sent you a new spool, or somebody screwed up and either didn't catch it or they just send it out. It's almost impossible for the machine winding it up to actually tangle it. It's just one of those things. It doesn't, you're continuously winding it. How could it get underneath to tangle? So, super fancy milled aluminum, stainless steel spools. There's a couple companies that make steel master spools, and they do that because they are used for PEEK and Ultim and other materials that you need to dry at a high enough temperature that a plastic spool is will melt. So there are metal spools out there. So, the refills are actually harder to make than for normal spool. Yeah, because you have to have a special, you're winding onto the spool with a, you're making a spool. When you're doing refills, you're winding onto a cardboard tube. So you basically have to have something that mimics the spool, winds it up, wraps it all up, ties it tight, and then lets it go. So it is more mechanically complex and probably more expensive on their end in terms of manufacturing equipment required and man hours to make refills, but you save on the fact that you don't need to ship a spool. You're also saving on material costs because the boxes are smaller, the plastic wrap is smaller, you're not needing to pay for the whole spool itself, you're just paying for a little cardboard in the middle, and shipping costs are less because smaller boxes. You can put more in a box per shipment, or each individual shipment is smaller. Obviously the weight is still going to be the weight, it's still a kilogram, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, so there you go. There's their release. So they have these little printable spools that you can print if you want. I think they have a little spot for putting an RFID tag as well, or you could just use the open tag whenever that becomes publicly available and just slap a sticker on it. So yeah, the tangle comes if you don't catch it, and it manages to unwind a little bit. But I've been in a couple filament production places, Printed Solid, a local one, and I think one other one I can't. Oh, Prusa. Actually, I didn't actually visit the Prusa mint because the Prusa mint production is so large now at Prusa. I think they have they have a couple dozen filament lines now, I want to say. 2 dozen, maybe? I don't know. They have so much filament. Prusa is making so much filament, they actually have an offsite location now for it. Like, they have a dedicated offsite location just for making Prusa mint because they literally don't have room in their main facility anymore. They're making and selling that much filament. So, I didn't get a chance to visit when I was there, unfortunately. Hopefully, next year. But yeah, it's all automated. It's all automated. You just have one guy that basically just, when the spool is filled, you have to pause the winding, which now fills up a buffer, and you have like a minute to basically take that spool, cut it, put the filament into whatever holds it, vacuum seal it, or take it, put the next one on, get it ready, get it feeding before the buffer fills up, because you can't pause the actual manufacturing of filament. So there's a buffer system essentially to continuously fill with the filament. You can't pause the extrusion process. So you just have the buffer fill up. So you have until that buffer fills up to basically take off the old spool, put on a new spool, get that going. And then while that's going, you take the spool you just took off, you put stickers on it, you vacuum seal it, whatever you got to do before, to fill the time. Okay. Prusa is a filament and candy company that also does printers. I would love to see, I don't think it's public, but I would love to know what the breakdown is of. I don't think they'll ever. I don't think they ever announced, I don't think they've ever put it out in a blog post or anything. But what their revenue sources are breakdown wise. They aren't a public company, so it's not posted anywhere. But with public companies, you can NVIDIA makes this much money selling gaming CPUs and makes this much money selling these many CPUs. And I would love to see a breakdown of Prusa's revenue sources to see how much is printers, how much is filament, how much is, contract stuff. I would love to see that, to see what it is, just because I'm legitimately just interested. Okay, I am going to reprint the ducts in ABS, but I'm just going to print them for now in Petchy, but I will reprint them in ABS. It's just, I unloaded the ABS already. Panels, CAD, side panels, tools. Okay. So we will print this. Ducts and Prusament. Or it's not Prusa Petchy, it's Prusament Petchy. Prusament Petchy. There we go. So. NVIDIA makes money off speculators off stock. Isn't that pretty much all the big 7 right now? It's like Tesla. Tesla is like losing money technically, but somehow they're one of the top 7 stocks right now. It's all just, it's all memes and dreams now. Helps if you click the button. There we go. It's all vibes. It's all vibes. Everything is vibes. You want vibes? Gamer subs. Use code Canuck, save 10% on your order. Buy some today. Okay, so that's doing that. Are you gonna open the, wait. It opened it does it right at the beginning. So now I know, I've been trying to figure out when it opens the vent, because I need to record a video of it opening the vent for the video that I end up doing on it. And every time I do it, it's already opened or already closed. It does it right at the very beginning. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there you go. If you're interested, I don't know if Polymaker still has their, I think they still have their Black Friday sale on right now. Do they still have their Black Friday sale on right now? Yeah, they still have their Black Friday sale on right now, but I don't know if this is part of it. How much are these anyways? So the only thing is, I think it's all PLA. I think the refills are only PLA. If you want to buy a reusable master spool, it's $16. Is this Canadian or American? Okay, this is Canadian pricing. This is Canadian pricing. For those that are like, oh my God, it's $23. This is Canadian pricing. If you want it in Yankee Doodle dollars, it is... okay, it's $18 for a spool. Pan Chroma PLA. And then if you just want regular Pan Chroma PLA, so you're saving a couple bucks. You're saving $4. You're saving $4. So for every 5 spools you buy, you're basically getting a 6 free if you go with refills. It's up to you. If you find you print yourself one color a lot and you want refills to save a bit for stocking up, there you go. So that is an option for those that are interested. So shout out to Polymaker. They sent me that stuff. I'll use it for something at some point. So we'll see. Okay. So that is doing a heat soak now. Yeah, waiting for the bed to get to 85. There we go. That's going to print. Awesome possum. Please record a video of the TPU load bypass usage on the Core 1 L2. Yeah, I can do that. Are there TPU feet that I need to print for this printer at all? Does this printer need some grippers? I don't know if this printer needs some grippers. Carriage, no. Frame, no. Panels, CAD, no. Okay. Yeah, basically it's a little latch. You just slide it down and it basically moves the limit switch out of the way at the thing. So when you push in the filament. How did the Venture tuning go? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about next, because we're still having problems with the Venture XL, and I don't know what is going on with it. I went through it and I checked like all my screws and everything. So here, this is a timeline. This is how it was before. Okay. This is how it was before. That looked pretty dookie. Okay. That looks pretty dookie. Okay. So after this, we, oh my God, I can't remember everything I've done, but TLDR, we have gone back to a completely new slicer. So completely new profile. So we threw out everything that we had before. We started fresh. This is all shake and tune. We did shake and tune. It confirmed everything was good. We don't have the panels on it yet. It's still open. But after going through everything, so this is the print at the end of Saturday night. I started this print. And then I started changing a few things. And guess what? It still looks like dookie. The layer stacking is just garbo. I've tried increasing accels. I've tried decreasing accels. I've tried increasing belt tension. I've tried decreasing belt tension. We still have these weird under extrusion sections where it just under extrudes for a little bit. Every now and then. It's always in the same spot. It's here on all of these prints. You can see it right there. We still have ghosting, like the corners are not sharp at all. But the thing is, PA is tuned. Flow is tuned. E-steps are tuned. Everything is tuned. The only thing I haven't done is change the nozzle. I don't have another 0.6 nozzle. I don't have another 0.6 nozzle. That's my problem. So my, well, here's the thing. Here's a speed print. Look how consistent that is. Okay, obviously at a certain point, it starts to go away. It starts to fail a bit. But this was a speed print. Oh, why is it so dark? Do I not have a light on? No, I have my lights on. The speed print, everything's consistent. So, change the nozzle. So, I don't think I have a 0.6 I can swap in. That's my problem. It's for the record, the nozzle on here is a fresh, it's a fresh Diamondback V6. It's a fresh Diamondback V6. Have I checked it? Okay, I have checked that. It's good. I've also tried, as you can see right now, the filaments coming in from the side. That's what the difference is between this one and this one. Is basically, I wanted to rule out that the long reverse Bowden that I had was causing friction issues on the orbiter. It's not. The last one I printed was with the filament coming right in, bypassing the entire reverse Bowden. It didn't do any difference. Try printing in the center. I'm trying to removing PA entirely below 200 pounds on it. You have to be. So try removing pressure advance entirely. I could try removing pressure advance entirely and seeing if that helps. You're not the first person to recommend that. Jitter in the motors. I don't know how you check for that. We did a shake and tune. I did a shake and tune on it. And the shake and tune showing both belts, X and Y, or the X and Y belts are healthy. They're like 98.6% the same. Everything shows that the machine is mechanically pretty healthy. The nozzle thing so whoever said the nozzle, I can put a V6 high flow, a stock V6 high flow in it. I have one right here. So I could put a stock V6 high flow. It is disgusting. So I'd have to clean it. But I could put a stock V6 high flow in it if I wanted to. So turn off PA and input shaper and run a vase mode. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It looks fine. This is the speed test, which is basically a vase mode print, and it looks fine. I did the speed test print, and it looks fine. Actually, shoot, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to measure it and make sure I'm not losing E steps on my Z. Like, I want to make sure I'm not like bouncing around. Expansion and contraction during the heat. It could be, but I don't know if that in itself. Okay, so yeah, it's not bouncing around on the Z because it's a 200% scaled cube, so it's supposed to be 60 millimeters and it's 60.2 millimeters, which is less than a layer height. So dimensionally, it's fine. Z-hop causing squishies. Inconsistent Z-hop. It could be inconsistent Z-hop. Let's pull it up here. Let's pull it up here. So the other thing I was thinking of is we go here, go to my Z motors, and I turn off interpolate and go to 32 microsteps. Because it's geared to hack. So we'll turn off interpolate because I've already done that on the X and Y. Retraction settings. Retraction settings are good. And these are all kind of issues. Like, even before I rebuilt it, this inconsistent like wall surface, and I don't think it's shifting because it's like always, I'm still dimensionally accurate overall. It's just the layer stacking is just like this. And I had this issue before the rebuild. But it was running the same settings. Now, to be fair, even after the rebuild, we're still on the same drivers and the same voltage. It's just a different controller. Yes, we're running we're running an Orbiter V2.5. An Orbiter V2.5 extruder. How steady is the temp on the nozzle? Rock steady. It's a tube, and I have it flow capped to 30 millimeters cubed a second, which is hunky-dory for it. Our extruder, should I turn off yeah, interpolate's off on the extruder. And we're running the Orbiter V2.5 at 0.85 amps. Did I change advertisement settings? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Let me turn off ads. I started up a customization, monetization. Yeah, turn off ads. I'm sorry, off. My bad. There we go, ads are off. I didn't reuse the previous stream settings. I started a new stream and I forgot I have to turn off ads automatically every time. Put that to 0.6 because you'll burn out the motor. 0.6? Okay, we'll go to 0.6. It's the motors are whatever came with the kit. Motors are whatever came with the kit. They're Physek motors, and I'm running them at the amperage that Physek had in the stock configuration. I believe it's like 1.5 for the Z and 2 for the XY. I did drop the XY down to 1.8 because I'm not pushing high speeds, and it didn't really seem to do anything. Yeah. So let me go make sure the bed's clean, and I guess we'll start a print. And we'll see what happens with these changes. So I'm going to turn off pressure advance. So we'll turn off pressure advance, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Because the shitty thing is, like, all the test prints, like the calibration prints and everything, they all look good. Okay, so we'll go to here. And so we have pressure advance is 0.04 and smooth time is 0.03. That should have been the other way around, but I don't think it's that big of a difference. I don't know why I had it that way. I remember setting it last time and I was backwards. Do you think going 0.3 to 0.4, that wouldn't make that big of a difference? Driver TPFD, what does that mean? What is driver TPFD? Word of advice, just a tip. If you're just gonna shout out a recommendation, like just saying like driver TPFD, you have to let me know what that means. I'm not just gonna, because I'm gonna look at that and go, wow, that's a thing. What does it do? So what does it do? Slicer overrides these values? What do you mean slicer overrides these values? No, it doesn't. Slicer shouldn't be overriding those values. It should not be. Where is it? Isn't it in here? Or is it in here? It should be off. Firmware retraction's off. Is it under filament? Oh, it's under filament. Yeah, enable pressure. Yeah, it's disabled. I don't like slicer controlled for that stuff unless I actually need to. So TMC Autotune. I'm not a fan of TMC Autotune. I'm more of a fan of just having the motor set right to a voltage and locked in. Heck, I seen Zombie was having issues with his printer with TMC Autotune. Like TMC Autotunes were causing it. So what is this driver TPFD0? Why did you recommend that? What does it do? Like, Hergen, you're just like, driver TPFD0, okay. Why should I do it? What does it do? Like, I'm gonna Google it. What does that do? It's a configuration of regular prime used to fix an undervoltage on driver specifically. Okay. So I'll put that on the 5160. So that's the XY. So we put this here. And we put that here. Okay. Okay, so let's print ourselves a cube. I have the speeds and feeds, nothing crazy right now. The speeds and feeds are nothing crazy. So, I love how Hergen just like dropped that one tidbit of advice and hasn't said a thing since. Just like, hey, setting false, walks away. It's like, what? Okay, PTG and CHT high flow is not good, just sticky when using. I'm using PLA right now. This is PLA. Could use a smaller print. This is something that I'm noticing is happening more on bigger prints. And this is something that I've noticed that is happening more on bigger prints. Also, this is printing like my actual print settings. Like I can drop it down to like 2 walls, 3 top, 3 bottom. Yeah. Bomb for the Venture XL, and they're saying motors are that, and they're so if they're the max is 2.5. Yeah, I'm running the XY is 1.8 volt or 1.8 amp, and the Z is running at 1.5. So. I mean, I'm using this print because all the prints have been this print. And because it's big enough to show the errors. I notice on smaller prints, I'm not seeing the error as much. So I'm printing big, and I'll just pause or cancel the print, right? So I will drop in, like, I don't want to be messing with the settings because that's, well, here's the thing. Try 1.65. The Z motor are geared to heck. So I don't think, like, I can bump the voltage up, but I really don't think bumping the voltage up is going to do anything on the Z motors. Like, I'll bump the Z voltage up, but I really don't think that will do anything. I dropped the XY down just to ensure that they weren't overheating, and it didn't do anything, so I'm going to put them back up. Okay, save and restart. So, well, I did up the voltage, I disabled interpolate, and I went from 16 to 32. It is geared 27 to 1, so I don't want to go up too high and lose all my torque. Like, I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. Did I change my extruder settings? What would I need to change for the orbiter? The retraction? Yes. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever changed, like, other than retractions, that's the only setting I've ever changed in a slicer when changing extruders. And we're not having issues with retraction. Okay. Okay. So that is that. What do you mean? Okay, but what are the settings? What settings does an Orbiter V2.45 have that are different than any other extruder? Like, it has different retractions. I've updated my slicer settings for things like E-steps, current, and whatnot, and I verified that when I tell it to extrude 100 millimeters of filament, it does extrude 100 millimeters of filament. So that's good. Yeah, oh yeah, that's all done. That's all done. That was done when we rebuilt it. That stuff's all good. That's all done when we did it, when we rebuilt it. Yeah, I don't think it's the Z motors, because again, this print right here is the flow test print, which is basically a base mode print. And these walls are, you know, these are crisp. These are clean. It's like it's just being inconsistent. It's like it's bouncing almost. Okay, so that's that. Slice plate, okay. Print. Upload and print. So. Yeah, more micro steps means less positional accuracy under load. I know, but since I turned off interpolate, I like going, if you're turning off interpolate, I like to drop it from 16 to 32, or up it from 16 to 32. Oh yeah, I forgot this camera's kind of dying. It's all fuzzy when you zoom in. So I'm gonna have to get a new camera. Ugh. And then if this does print, like if this shows any sort of benefit, I will stick with it and we'll keep adjusting. But I do have this, I think, oh man, I need to find a 0.6 nozzle. I need to find a 0.6 nozzle. It is annoying how printers don't come, like, I need to get a 0.6 high flow. Because I tried a 0.8 and I still had the same kind of issue. I still had the same kind of issue with a 0.8. This one has a 0.5 in it. That's a standard. Yeah, this one has a 0.5. This is the 0.8. So this is a 0.8. It's a 0.8 Diamondback. Yeah. It's a little dirty. And then I'm pretty sure this is a 0.6, but I can't see it's a 0.6 because it's covered in crud. Let me try and clean it. Like, this is a 0.6 high flow at least. But I need an abrasive nozzle because I'm printing CF PET G on it. So it needs to be a hardened 0.6. So, okay, come with. We've swapped out all the electronics. The electronics had a FISEC board that they've already replaced in their kits because it has issues. I have a Big True Tech Kraken in it right now. I'm pretty sure this is 0.6, but I can't see. I need some like sandpaper, something. I gotta clean. Where is? On what side has the actual info? I think this is a 0.6. I'm pretty sure this is a 0.6. Pretty sure this is a 0.6 high flow. So worst case, if it starts printing like poo, I'll swap the nozzle and see if that does anything. Then turn off content creator. No, but I forgot to turn off pressure advance. Forgot to turn off pressure advance. I think I could turn it off mid-print though. I think I could just set these to 0. What I'll do is halfway through the print, I'll just turn them off and see if that does anything. Halfway through the print, I'll turn off pressure advance. See if that does anything. So, Kuya is playing art graders. Cool. Making any Nerf blasters. If I do Nerf stuff, it'll be on Twitch because I can't do Nerf stuff on YouTube because YouTube is very trigger happy with the content aware of firearms on live streams. So I don't want to invoke the wrath of the gods, and by gods I mean the algo. So yeah. This is like a no-name brand high flow too. I'm kind of... How were the layers on the waist? Okay, so everything that I printed on this machine when I first got it was fine. It just printed slow. We're talking like 12 millimeters cubed a second flow rate. So ever since I've swapped from the standard freaking jellyfish hot end or whatever crap hot end that came with, ever since I swapped out this guy, why is this still zoomed in? Zoom out. So ever since I swapped out this original stock hot end that was kind of crap, I've been having inconsistent, like even with the Fadus that I had in here, even with the Fadus Ultra High Flow, it was not printing good. And I don't know why. I don't know why, and it annoys me. Like we did try dropping down. Is this 0.4? This is a 0.4. Yeah, it's like, oh, just find a 0.6 CHT V6. It's like, I only have one. Maybe they put the slow hot in for a reason. Yeah, because here's the thing. If I can get it printing good, but at the original speeds, I don't care. I can't be having this thing printing at, Prusa Mark III speeds with 600 millimeters of print volume. I need to be able to lay down plastic relatively fast. How much tension? Whatever it recommends. I'm on the recommended tension. Like, I don't know if there's a way to properly measure tension, but the fact that it prints the same when I have the filament coming in all nice and unobstructed directly in versus going through my long Bowden tube tells me that I don't think it's the extruder tension. So that's just me. That's just me. The frame is pretty solid, and according to like all the input shaper stuff, because we did do shake and tune and all that, like it's relatively stable. Like we have this one little hiccup on the X, which I don't know what it is, and then the Y, oh, no. The Y is butter smooth. We're good there. And then when it comes to comparing our belt tensions, they're like 98% excellent mechanical health. So like, I don't know. I did go through, double check everything. Everything's tight. All the belts are good. Like, this is just like, I wish there was some glaringly obvious issue, but I just can't figure it out. I just can't figure it out. So, see if something's slow. Well, I've done, like, I could go really slow, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, this isn't even that fast. I'm printing at normal Voron speeds. Like, look at our speeds, 200 millimeters a second. I think we're the most we're doing is just under 300 on the, or for the travels. Yeah, like this is the stock Orca Slicer Voron speed profile with the accelerations dropped 1,000. So this is technically slower than the stock Voron profile. It's just I have a 0.6 nozzle, so I'm able to print at those speeds with the flow rate because it's a high flow. But could it be a bad Z rail? I've checked all the rails. I moved it up all the way. I unscrewed the carriages one by one and ran the carriages up and down by hand. Everything seemed fine. So belts are all sitting okay. Yep. And we've established, those wondering, it does print good when you print slow. It does print good with a stock hot end printing slow, but this is 10 millimeters a cube to second flow rate with a 0.4 nozzle, 0.2 layer height. I need more than that. So it does print good when you print slow, but that was also when it says its original configuration and everything. So. Webcam. There we go. Like everything is tight. Everything is tight. The carriage doesn't have any wobble to it or anything. Part cooling problem? I don't think it's a part cooling problem. I've got dual 4010s that are blowing, and it's the A4T tool head, which pushes quite a bit of air. Yeah, the fans are moving air. We're actually getting sections in the infill that aren't extruding. Like the infill's incomplete. Like, here, let me go downstairs, see if I can find a 0.6. Let me take a quick look. Here, what camera you guys have? Can you guys, is it interesting for you guys to look at? Yeah, you got something interesting to look at. Slightly faster. I've tried. I've actually dropped it down and it didn't really do much. Let me see. What do I have for 0.6 nozzles? Do I have any 0.6? 0.6 nozzle. Let's see. Do we have any 0.6s down here? That's the problem. I've got nozzles. Do I have nozzles? I think I threw out a lot of nozzles. You're a 0.4. I think these are all 0.4s. Yeah, these are probably all 0.4s. Yeah, these are all 0.4s. 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. All my nozzles are 0.4. What do I have in here? What do you have in here? What are you living with? You're a volcano nozzle, so you're useless for me. I don't think I have anything with a bigger than 0.4 nozzle. Let me think through here. Those are all 0.4s. 0.8, those are 0.8s, but they're, oh my god, 0.5, 0.2. Oh yeah, these are, don't trust those. Okay, what are you? 0.4. What are you? 0.6. Well, I could try a standard flow 0.6, but I need hardened. Okay. So it's kind of annoying. Extruder tension. I mean, I can tighten the extruder. I don't think it'll do anything. Like, the extruder tension feels good. There we go. I don't think it's extruder tension. I mean, if it is, I'm gonna laugh, but order some nozzles. I'm gonna have to. The only 0.6 I could find is the one, put it this way. This is new. Notice how it's not shiny brass. I bought this off AliExpress during like my very early 3D printing days. Because it was like, you know how you would just buy like a pack of all the different nozzle sizes? That's what I have. Because all the other nozzles I have that are V6s are 0.4s. I have 1.8 Diamondback. That's over here. So I have a 0.8 Diamondback. So we could try a 0.8 Diamondback, but I don't think, I think this issue will carry across. But it's like, oh, it is gunky in there. Where's my little adjustable wrench? There's my nozzle tightening wrench too. Is it over here? Oh, it's over here. And yes, the nozzle is tight. I did check the heat tight nozzle. It is heat tight. So. Oh God, that is. Oh my God, that's tight. Probably should have heated this up before doing that. Ow, that hurt. Yep, 0.4 Diamondback, or 0.8 Diamondback. I mean, I could put a 0.8 in. We'll see how 0.8 does. Standard or hardened? It's this case it's a Diamondback, so it's hardened. Yeah, it's a 0.8 Diamondback and it's healthy. Yep, that's healthy. So we can try a 0.8 Diamondback. Can you show the shake tune? What aspect do you want to see? You want to see... We don't have static frequency, whatever that is. But I got vibrations. Here's your vibrations. LDO micron? No, I got the Delta Flyer instead of the micron. I've done a temp tower. We're printing at 205, I believe. I've done a temp tower. At like the hotter temperatures, it looks like ass. So I did do a temp tower, so we're printing at like 205, I believe. 205 or 200. 200. 200. Too low? 200 too low for PLA on an ultra high flow hot end? This is directly from Luke. Like, there's the temp tower, and it starts going to shit after 200. All right, well, you know what? We'll try 210. See if 210 does anything. Yeah, but what hot end? This is a hot end that can do like 80 mil. This thing has a massive melt zone. So I was directly told to, it doesn't need as hot as you think. Now, let me get my marker. Let me mark it where I did the temp change. Okay. There we go. I put a little mark with marker so I know where the temp change is. Because that was one of the things I played around with temperatures. Because we were fighting massive stringing issues, but that was also with Arachne, which was causing issues too. We switched from Arachne to Classic. What's the problem we're trying to notice? Print looked like Dookie. We're still getting very inconsistent. It's accurate in the X, Y, and Z, but the layer stacking is all over the place. So we're trying to sort that out. Vibration TPFD. We just changed it. If vibration profile is showing that, we went, somebody recommended earlier, I changed the TPFD thing on my XY motors because they're 5160s. So we do have TPFE is set to 0 now. It is set to 0 now. So for this print, it is set for 0. Different tool head. It was doing this with the Stealth Burner, and now we have an A4T. So I don't think it's the tool head. And also the A4T is a very rigid, compact tool head, and it's printed in PPS CF10, which is also very rigid material. And like, you can grab this tool head. It is solid. This tool head is solid. So I don't think it's tool head. Ooh, 1 second. Have you tried older slicer by chance, John in the dark? The stealth chop off in the extruder. I think it's off. Extruder, stealth chop, threshold is 0. It should be 0. Yeah, it's 0. So stealth chop is off, right? Is it stealth chop 0 is off? Is that how it works? I can never remember if it's flammable or inflammable. Is it flammable or inflammable? Which one is which? So I'm pretty sure they're all set to stealth chop threshold 0, which I'm pretty sure is off. It's not Gamer Subs. No. This is Gamer Subs. Use code Canuck. But Gamer Subs is an awesome company. Doesn't care if you drink other stuff on the stream. Unlike the other powdered energy drink aimed at gamers and that type of people. But that one has lead in it. Definitely software related, but I would check for gunk or default. I did go through the entire belt system and verify that all the pulleys were clean and everything. So yeah, stealth chop threshold is 0. So yeah, everything is in spread cycle mode. I'm not muted. I'm not muted anymore. You might be behind, but I'm not muted. User, you are not muted. Why do you think you're muted? User LX9JM1WO3H. You're not muted. Where should I get it? Did not show? Oh. Well, nothing on my end. Maybe you said a naughty word and it auto flagged it. Like the last thing I see from you is saying too low for that speed. Also, I don't have an option for muting. I can put you in a timeout, which is public, and I can hide you from the channel. There is no way for you to be, unless timeout is muting. But I think that actually is visible that you get muted. Like it actually tells you you've been timed out. I don't know. Maybe, dude, everything is monitored and freaking regulated by AI shitbots right now. And they're horrible at it. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, switch your chat to live chat, not all chat. Yeah, I am set. It is in live chat mode. It is in live chat mode. I don't know. YouTube's doing YouTube shit. Try printing the cube in the corner of the bed. I will try that. I will try that. What we're doing right now is we changed a couple settings. We turned off some interpolation on the Z. We've played around with a couple settings here and there. Halfway through the print, I'm gonna turn off pressure advance. I'm just gonna go in here and set pressure advance to 0. That should be 3. Or no, yeah, it should be 3. Yeah, I'll turn it to 0 halfway through the print and see if that does anything. And then, yeah, I'll do it. Because if you look at like the bed temps, the beds are holding steady. Everything is holding very steady temp-wise. Well, just post the message again. And if it doesn't work, then post half of it, then post the other half. How's it looking? Trying to feel it. Yeah, it's still doing it. I mean, bumping up the temperatures a little bit did help with the infill, I will say. The infill is a little bit smoother now with at 210. Does the slicer have the correct nozzle diameter? It better. It's based off the 0.6 profile. 0.6 nozzle. Yep, 0.6 nozzle. Retract is 0.6. Retraction speed is 40-40. Travel distance threshold 1. Wipe distance 1. Retract amount before wipe 70%. Z hop on all surfaces. Z hop type normal. Z hop height 0.4. That's all normal. Like that all seems hunky-dory normal. So. I don't mind the taste. CAN bus. No, it is a USB tool head. And again, I could pull out the sheet we had last stream. Other than the stock setup, I've been having this issue, and we've changed out tool heads and electronics. And the issue has followed through changing out everything other than the mechanical XY motion of the machine. So this issue has followed us from the original stealth burner with a high flow hot end with the stock electronics to the new electronics with a different hot end. So try a different slicer. I could do that. The nozzle is declared as a 0.6, I believe. It shouldn't matter. In the config, it shouldn't matter. The only time that crops up is if you're over extruding, because it does like the math. Like the slicer, your printer doesn't know what nozzle it has. It's following the G code for flow rates. So having your nozzle size in your slicer or in your firmware, that just lets it know math-wise, because it times the nozzle diameter times whatever the feed rate is to figure out the flow rate. And then if you have a flow rate max, then it caps it. So it shouldn't matter. Change flow to 95. We've calibrated flow. They're in the garbage here. I've done the flow calibration. Flow calibration is good. Flow calibration is good, and flow calibration is 0.93. I've tried different filaments too. We've tried a couple different brands of PLA. Right now we're feeding it Prusament. Fresh out of the bag Prusament PLA. So it's getting some good stuff too. It's just really annoying. It's just inconsistent. It's just inconsistent. And I don't know why. Loose screw out and extruder. No, it shouldn't be. If I tried sacrificing a goat, will a bear work? We're gonna sacrifice a bear. There we go. We've sacrificed a bear. Nom, nom, nom. Hopefully I didn't cut anything with this knife beforehand that I should be eating. My rail guide had missing bearings, causing me issues I couldn't track down for months. Your rail guide? What do you mean your rail guide? I have checked the extruder. Like, I've opened the extruder up, the gear. It's a brand new out of the box Orbiter V2.5. Everything looked healthy. Also, this issue was present with the previous extruder, which was a Clockwork. So it's just really weird. Like, this is such a weird, hard to diagnose issue, because we've gone through and we've done, in terms of like when I do each of the calibration prints, it comes out good, right? We're having the same issue kind of on a big, yeah, it's weird how when I do a calibration print, we calibrate it and it's all clean on the calibration print. When I do a flow rate test print, everything's clean. It's just when you do the individual calibration prints, everything looks healthy. And when you do the tuning, everything looks healthy and it's all behaving as you would expect a normal printer to behave. And then you go to print and the print looked like poo-poo. The print looked like poo-poo. And we don't like that. Carriage blocks with tiny bearings were missing. I mean, this is, I could load up G-code from any of my other Vorons, but they wouldn't be the same. Like this is a 0.6 nozzle, for example. I mean, the other option I have, like I doubt it's an issue with the Diamondback. This is the Diamondback in here was a fresh, brand new Diamondback V6. Now, to be fair, it's an old Diamondback V6. When they first came out with the V6, or when Diamondback came out with the original V6 nozzles, they sent me a pack of them to try out, and I only ever used the 0.4 and the 0.6. I never used the points, or the 0.4 and the 0.8. I never used the 0.6 until I put it in this machine. So. Have I swapped out the power supplies? Nope. And I don't think the power supplies would be an issue. Again, if it was an issue with power, I would expect to see something funky here. But the fact that we're like averaging 40% usage on the heater is kind of like, B-Dog, you're having the same problem? I thought you said you fixed it all. Yeah. Well, we're gonna wait till we get to 50%, and I'm gonna turn off flow rate. I'm gonna turn off the pressure advance. See if that does anything. Because I've done pressure advance, and the pressure advance does show a difference. It does show that pressure advance is needed. The Z seam. Where is the Z seam? So the Z seam is on the Y. On, where is it on this? I don't know which corner. It's on the Y on the inside. So opposite the Y on the inside. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So if you want to see the Z seam, it's like right there. It looks fine. The Z seam looks fine. There's an ever so slight divot, but it's fine. Like it, and then it's also on this corner right here, which looks the same as this corner. So the seam seems fine. You see any changes yet? It might be looking a little better. The problem is the lighting. I only have the lighting over here isn't the greatest, but we are having stacking issues. We are definitely having layer stacking issues. Yeah. Although, I will say, with the slightly higher temperature, where are we at on here? Let me double check. Which one is that? That one's that. No, that's the same. What about here? Do we have that under extrusion over here? Can't see because the lighting's horrible. Oh yeah, the layer stacking's horrible. Layer stacking's horrible. Okay, let me try turning off pressure advance, see if that does anything. Let's try turning off pressure advance, see if that does anything. So let's start by turning off smooth time. Let's turn off smooth time. See if smooth time does anything. So we're going to turn off smooth time for a bit and let it print for a bit. See if that does anything. New marker. Yep. Move the print off center. Yeah, the next one will move it off center. I mean, we got a 0.08 variance across that. That ain't much. Like it's 0.08 millimeters, so. What's the slider for retract on layer change? It should be like 0.6. Yeah, retraction is just 0.6. It does have retract on layer change. Should that be off? It was on by default. I think it's always on by default. So I've gone through and checked everything. I've gone through and checked every, like, all the screws and everything. What's my opinion on the K1C? It's fine. I have one. I don't really use it because I have more, better enclosed Quarks Ys. How much is a K1C, and can you get a Centauri Carbon cheaper? And too much friction in the Bowden tube? See how it's feeding in directly here and not feeding in from the Bowden tube? I've tried bypassing the Bowden tube to see if that did anything. It doesn't. It's just not feeding from the rule out Visfil. This was the speed test print to check flow rate, and it is buttery smooth. It is buttery smooth. We're having an issue from start stop. It's something with it start stopping, because when it's continuous flow, it's stacking these layers like dimes. It's just, now that we have motion, once I've added motion to it, it's just not consistently flowing. And a bunch of people have recommended try different nozzles, and I have some nozzles here to try. I might have lost one. Oh, no, it's right here. So I have some extra 0.6 nozzles I could swap in, but I'm like, if it was I've tuned pressure vents. Everything has been tuned. Everything has been tuned. Remove jerk settings and slicer. What is my stock jerk settings? I don't even, square corner velocity is 5. I don't have any, is that, I mean, we have jerk settings in the slicer, but they're default. Like we're running default jerk settings. And then this, like, these are the max, but we're slicer defined. So yeah, it's 5. They're Gates belts. They are Gates belts. Yeah, Clipper uses square corner velocity, not jerk, but it's basically same difference. It's kind of the same thing, but calculated differently. Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Calibrate the gravimetric buffers. Do I need to calibrate the gravimetric buffers? All right, well, without smooth time, that don't look good. Okay, I'm just going to turn off pressure advance altogether. We're just going to turn off pressure advance altogether and see what happens. 0.0. AmServe, I've calibrated flow. I've done the full flow calibration already. It is calibrated at 0.93. I'm down to 3 because I keep throwing them as an example, but I've done the flow calibration prints. We're already good. New mark. I know where it's a little bit above the old mark, the last mark. I mean, put it this way. If I change the setting and it doesn't get any better, it just doesn't get any better. If all of a sudden the print starts looking better, then we know it's pressure advance. Yeah, I cut the head off a gummy earlier. I'm sacrificing Haribos as we speak. Yes, I did, Mr. Addy. I did it all in order. Pressure advance, or input shaper, pressure advance, flow. Like, I've done it all. We did a whole stream of doing it. Can you hear it? I mean, if you want to. You can also hear me eating gummy bears. Okay. Here's the printer printing without any noise cancellation. Stone cold. XY motors are cold. Z motors are cold. Like, the XY motors are slightly warm. That is it. Everything else is good. Yeah. All I know is my corners are bulged as shit right now. Without pressure advance, those corners are bulged to shit. I was on the wrong camera the whole time. Well, I had it at 0.85 and somebody's like, you're going to cook it. So I dropped it down to 0.65 and it's the same. Gantry's not bowing. Shouldn't be. It's just really annoying because it's like completely disabling retractions. Yeah, Orbiter has 0.85 in the specs. I know. Somebody's like, that's too hot. I'm like, okay. I don't think it's going to do anything. So I'm setting it back to 0.85 right now. Yeah, so we got 0.85, interpolate off, save. Yeah, this print is looking exactly like it did before. This print is looking directly like it did before, so I'm just gonna cancel it. It is not looking good. It is not looking good. Yeah, extruder is fine. The extruder is fine. Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing the exact same issues. Exact same issues. If anything, it's looking worse. You know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try something here. Because I'm kind of noticing one little thing, and I don't know if this is a thing. But I'm going to roll the dice on it. Move, main menu, move, home, all. Am I on the right camera? No, I'm on the wrong camera again. Dang it! Disable motors, accept. I tighten the motor, I tighten the belts as much as I can tighten them. I'm just tightening them up as much as I can tighten them. Oh, that one's too tight. Because everything looks healthy. Actually, I can feel a bit of a, like, notice how the tool head's not moving? That means the belts are good. If there was like a binding or something, you would see the tool head do a shimmy. And it's not. And then also, let me just double check, because there's no D-locks on these. There's no D-locks on these shafts. Yeah, that's all tight. Everything is tight. Everything looks healthy. Like, it is so annoying where it's like this, everything looks right. Everything looks right. Yeah, the camera's dying. The camera's dying. I've tightened the belts up 3 turns each. What I'm thinking, honestly, what I might be thinking, because there's so much mass on the X, because this is the Y, this is the X. Is this, how does this orientate it? Let me see. There's the front of the printer. That's the front. So this is like this. I'm wondering if there's bouncing. I'm wondering if there's just enough, the belts are like, I'm wondering if there's a bounce to it. So, do a QGL, just to double check. Print in the corner. I tighten the belts up. I am fully tight, not backlash with set screws. Yeah, everything should be tight. Rotate printed part, artifacts change. Well, it's a cube, so I don't want to do that. So I tightened everything up. I'm going to rerun input shaper. Something sucky in the geared motors. I get what you're saying. They look healthy. Like everything, like I'm looking at everything move and I'm not seeing anything that would be like, oh, there's a problem here. Like nothing, all the belts line up. Like everything looks healthy. The only thing I can think of maybe is swapping out the lower Z idler to a proper idler gear instead of just teeth. Like it's a smooth pulley. It's a smooth pulley on the bottom. And I think some people have swapped it out to a tooth idler. But I don't think I have any like 9mm tooth like bearing idlers I could swap it to. I don't think I have any. Because I think they have to be a specific type too. It's bearings. You know, I've got these, but those are for 6mm belts. Let's wait to figure out what problems Daniel has with it, with his. Probably rotating the model. Here's the thing, if rotating the model fixes the problem is, like, I need it to be able to just print. Like, I don't need to figure out what's wrong with it. Or correction, I need to figure out what's wrong with it. But it's like trying to figure out a situation where it prints healthily doesn't solve my problem. Because I need it to be able to print normally. Sounds like binding as soon as you hit some Excel. Maybe. This is why I tighten the belt, so we'll see. And I'm going to rerun the input shaper here. Change the model could give a hint. Print outside walls first. Why print outside walls first? Why print outside walls first? Get data and not Band-Aid. Okay, well, you know what? We'll do this. I'll rotate it and I'll print it off to the side. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Are they the same height on every cube? Not really. Not really. It's kind of like somewhat similar, but I'm thinking the at every you're seeing defects in the print, like a benchy hull line that is current read through. I don't know. It's just really weird. Like this is what we were just printing. That looks like donkey. This looks like donkey. And you can see where we like changed temperatures and settings and whatnot, and it did nothing. You can tell where we turned off pressure advance though, because the corners just got bulged to heck. So we're gonna put input shape, or we're gonna put pressure advance back on. Maybe not Z mechanical issue, could be. On the wood table. I did check, the table's solid. Like the table is the same as it's been. Like the machine isn't shaking when it's printing. It's not the extruder, it's a brand new extruder and it's mechanically good. And again, I've done flow testing and extruder is good. It's something in a setting, because B-Dog is having the exact same issues in his, and his is like stock. Or what have you done to yours? Measure the issues on... The problem is the issues in the Z are inconsistent. They are inconsistent. There is no consistency to them. Like looking between two different prints, they are consistent. Or there is no consistent issue. Although I think what I just did might help it, because I'm noticing prints that I did after I loosened the belt a little bit look a little bit worse than before I loosened the belt. So we'll see. Extrusion twist it, hopefully not. Just really weird. Print outside walls prefers to show if it's an extrusion or mechanical. Well, I can look down here at a partially finished print. I don't think it's the extruder, because this inconsistent layer stacking issue I had with the previous extruder and a previous hot end. So Do you need to? Yes, you usually do need to have a little bit more, but we're not having any stringing issues. We're not having any stringing issues, so I don't think it's a retraction. And also, that wouldn't affect layer stacking on sides that don't have any retractions. Shouldn't, at least. Z-axis backlash. How, you know what? Did I don't think beacon setup. You know what? There might, beacon probe. I don't think we did the backlash compensation. Beacon probe setup. Installation. Because we set it up, we did the auto calibrate. And I don't think I did backlash compensation. Could that be it? The thing is, we're getting, the overall cube is the height it's supposed to be. So it's not like we're losing steps or anything. New firmware, we've already done that. Yeah, I don't think beacon backlash compensation would do anything. Okay, so it's calculating that. You did that? Oh, okay, so B-Dog already did that. So yeah, B-Dog has the same machine and he has having the same issue. Because the machine's not enclosed. So I don't think it's a thermal expansion issue like we had on Phoenix. The machine's not enclosed. Although I will say it has heated the garage up 3 degrees Celsius. Z fade? I don't even, it's whatever default is. I don't have it set in here for Z fade. Whatever default is. Known good nozzle. It's a fresh out of the box Diamondback V6. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Shake tune results, input shaper. So these are the newest ones. So on the X, okay, so that cleaned up a bit. This little bump is a lot less now. So X MZV at 78.8. Okay. Download. And download. So X, Y. And Y is, okay, so these look cleaner. X before looked like this. So we went from that to that. It looks pretty similar. That looks a little similar. MZV 77.4 to MZV 78.8. So those look pretty similar. Circuit here, printer.cfg. All right, so Y is recommending EI 42.2. Okay, we'll go with MZV. Yeah, we'll stick with EI because I want low vibration. EI 42.2. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. 42.2. And what was the X? $78.8. Yeah, so that's pretty similar. So there's really not much there difference. What else could it be? We do have input shaper or pressure events, so we do need that. Otherwise, prints look like dookie. I'm trying to think of what other settings. So take our cube. We're gonna move it over here. So it's only on the one bed. Okay. Yeah, we've done the extrusion test. It extrudes, when we tell it to extrude a certain amount, it extrudes. I've already calibrated all that. And we're gonna do that at 45. Running shake tune. How do I do shake tune at that speed to try and figure it out? How would I do shake tune at that speed? It's, what is that? 39.1 hertz. How can I make it go at, okay, excite shake tune. There's an excited frequency macro. Dashboard. Excite axis out. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. So we want X axis at 39.1 hertz. So X axis 39.1 hertz. Duration we'll do 90 seconds. Okay. Do I need a speed? Do I need a speed? I don't think I need the speed. Okay. Send. Is it doing something? Oh, most home. Oh, we gotta home it first. That's 9 seconds, not 90. Yeah, I'll fix it. I would have realized that real quick. So is 90 for EI? No, this is the peak. We're not looking at the peak. We're looking at this. This is the hump. This little guy right here is what we're trying to figure out what is causing that. So that's why we're doing 39.1 hertz on the x-axis. X, 39.1 for 90 seconds. Look top right. V 2.5, what? I mean top right. Gives me the frequency where? I mean, it says right here, peak 39.1 hertz. EI 70.1. Yeah, but that's this one, right? Or... Don't read the graph, read the output. So I should be doing 70.6. I am so confused right now. Yes, I know it says 9 seconds. So is each one of these the hump? Is EI. Yeah, I'm looking for the outlier. I'm trying to figure out what's causing this hump right here. Because there's something here causing an issue at 39.1 hertz. So, excited frequency, 90 seconds, 39.1. Yeah, send. I don't know. Like, it's just vibrating. But there's... Like, I'm not hearing a rattle or anything. I'm just hearing the whole machine is just making a noise. And it might just be the end stop lever rattling. Yeah, like the whole printer is vibrating. But I'm not... Like, I'm not hearing anything rattling. Like, it's just the whole machine itself is doing that. Non-sweeping? Oh. Okay, how do I turn off? Where's non-sweeping? How do I do that? How do I disable sweep for testing it? Sweeping period zeroed. Where do I put that? In resonance. Machine, EVB 36. Zero. There we go. I don't have hold currents on any of the steppers. I don't have hold currents, and I don't have interpolation. Ask Reth for help. That's a go-to, right? Just ask Reth. What are we trying to figure out? 39.1. Figure out why we have this stupid little... So 39.1 hertz on the x-axis for 90 seconds. Send. No, it's not that. Yeah, it's just the whole machine is just generally vibrating. There's nothing loose. This is so weird. This is so weird. Like, I legit have no idea. Like, everything's tight. Yeah, I have no idea. I legit have no idea. Everything seems normal. Like, I don't see anything observably. Now do a new input shape test with sweeping off. Okay. So cheers, DeFi. I know what the output recommended is. We're trying to figure out what's causing that weird little hump. Yeah, the next print we're gonna do, I'm gonna rerun input shaper here, save it, and then I'm going to I'm going to print it on just one of the beds. Gosh, it could be the table. I mean, it could be the table. Corner braces, maybe, but I don't think corner braces would solve the issue I'm having here. Seems really weird. That's the thing though, Miralax. My prints look like Dookie. Am serve. Single wall looks great. Base modes look great. I did a speed test print to see what the max flow rate is, and guess what? This print came out beautifully. So when we're doing continuous walls, it's fine. It's something in the whole start stop, something is just causing it to wiggle about, because geometrically these are accurate. Like these are supposed to be 60 by 60 by 60, and we're getting 59.98. Okay, and I'm measuring it like wide, so we're measuring across a bunch of the bumps. 60.05. And on the Z, it's like 60.4. So we're a little high on the Z, but ain't much. What's my bed? What bed mesh fade? Where's bed mesh? Mesh. Where's fade? Do we have fade in here? What's the default clipper bed mesh? Default fade's what, 10 millimeters? Is there a fade setting? Fade, bed mesh fade. When fade is enabled, it's phase over. Could it be a fade thing? Because I don't have fade. Could it just be, could it be potentially because my bed is so if you don't have a setting, does it default to 10? Fade is disabled by default. Fade is disabled. Could it be because I'm printing in the middle of the bed and it's four corners, it's carrying up that bed mesh, and could that be it? It's that top, it's disabled. I didn't have it on this. So let me enable fade. Already there at the top. Where at the top? It was disabled. It was disabled. Yeah, it was there, but it was disabled. I just enabled it. Oh shoot, was I running an input shape? I was running an input shape. Hopefully it finishes the input shape. How many times are people going to tell me to run vase mode? What do you think this is? We have a vase mode print here, and it comes out good with vase mode. Are you saying you're coming? Oh, yeah. Yeah, vase mode, it's fine. Yeah, vase mode's fine. Yeah, the mesh was 0.08 doing fade. Yeah, 0.08 of a mesh is nothing anyways. Z-hop? Yeah, it has Z-hop enabled. Have that peak in the exact same spot, I think is something to do with the axis. Probably. I'm just trying to get it to actually not print like shit. So we're gonna print it off in the corner there. And you know what? As much as I don't want to, I'm going to disable Z-hop. I don't like not printing with Z-hop, but I will print without Z-hop for this. Top only. So, or you know what, just, yeah, top only, top Z hop only. You can't turn off Z hop entirely, I guess. Should I have retract on layer change? I think, yeah. Yeah, you want to retract on layer change, right? Okay, so we'll turn off, we'll go top only. If you set it to 0. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, all surfaces 0. We've played with retractions. Yeah. Yeah, so retract on layer change and that. Okay. Yes, everything's been tuned. Everything's been tuned. All right. So we got no, there we go, 2.5. You know, we'll do 210 just to ensure that that's good there. Yes, it's a 0.6 nozzle. Oh wait, I didn't update the new values. Shoot. 1 second. Stop. God damn it. I hate how you can't, with Clipper, because of batch commands, as soon as it starts heating the bed, you have to like tell it to F off. Unless you want to wait for the bed to heat up because of macros. Okay. Shake tune results. Input shaper. Let's see what we got this time. So last modified, let's go to the newest ones. Okay, so the X is now showing, still has that bump there, MZV 82.8. So it's showing a bit higher for X, so MZV 82.8. And we got 2 humps now. And then for Y, still showing 1 hump, 42.8. So it's not much of a difference. Not much of a difference in the input shaper there. Didn't Luke? Yep. I know he did, and then I had people in the stream yell at me for lowering the temps, because it's a high flow, it needs higher temps. Those peaks weren't there when we had sweeping enabled. I disabled sweeping to see if that would do anything, and I don't think it did. What did I save? I don't even remember. What was the last thing I played with? I don't even remember. This is annoying. Oh, fade. That's right, fade. Bed mesh. There's bed mesh. Okay, so we have fade now. Okay. Okay. So let's try and see if it's a bed issue. Let's see if it's a bed issue. So we're going to print it in 1 bed. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, it's spread cycle, vase mode's disabled, or interpolation's disabled. We rotated it at 90 degrees to see if that does anything. So. Could the bed thermistors? I don't think the bed thermistors could lie about stability. They could lie about temperature, but they can't lie about stability. If the temperature changes, the temperature changes. So. Heat pulsing cause that much warp. The beds don't vary temperature that much though. Like the beds are holding their temperature pretty solid. Umbilical, maybe, but I don't think, because input shaping is ringing, and we're not having ringing issues. We're having the layer stacking is just garbo, but it's still accurate. I haven't done a sharp corner vase mode. We'll do one of those after this. I'm gonna run this for a bit, see if this does anything, and if it looks like it's improving, I'll let it go. If not, I'll stop it and I'll do a sharp corner vase mode print. So. So if this looks good, I'll just throw a cube on here and do a vase mode. There is no temp variation. This thing is holding temperatures rock steady on the beds and the hot end. Think the umbilical will show up in the print? I think it's an extruder issue. It would just be very odd that it's the exact same issue with two different extruders, one a Clockwork 2 and one an Orbiter V2.5, both brand new. It would seem very odd that the extruder would have the exact same issue through two different physical extruders, two different tool heads, and two different hot ends. Also, it had this layer stacking issue with the drag chains. Not as pronounced, but it had this issue with the drag chains. Let me go grab a, it's downstairs. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes now. We'll see how this goes. It's got to dwell to what the issue is. See how the print looks like poop? Where it's very inconsistent in the Z and it's bouncing all over the place and the corners are not sharp at all. This is with everything, this was the one we were playing with earlier today. So with everything tuned, we're getting this. So this is with pressure advance tune, input shaping tune, flow tune, E-steps calibrated, everything good. And this is what the prints are looking at with PLA. So. Try all of it sagging the umbilical. I could try that, but the thing is, like, I've played around with the tool head and, like, it's not moving this at all. Like, this moving, like, I could get fancy and put a freaking dial indicator on this if you want. But that moving around, where is my dial indicator? Oh, I think I brought it downstairs. My dial indicator is downstairs. With that moving around, it doesn't really move the tool head. Buddy. It could be that guy. But it's printing right now, so I'm not going to be that guy. But I could be that guy and put a dial indicator on it. Printing too hot. We've tried printing hotter. We've tried printing colder. I've done a temperature tower. Right now, what we're trying is I've adjusted a couple settings. I'm also now printing on just one bed, and we turned it 45 degrees. Is it only with PLA? It's only with PLA that we've tested so far, but I do have a print with CF PET-G that had pretty much the same issue before the rebuild. So. Check wall speed. It's 120. It's the speeds and feeds we're doing is literally the stock Orca Slicer Voron speeds with the accelerations dropped 1,000. So, yeah. Something. I doubt it because this is the second controller we've put in this. We've done a complete rebuild of this machine, electronics and toolhead wide, and the issue is following it. Drag the, okay, you want to see how off our cube is? So let's see, how much of a variation do we have on the cube? So, thing off that. So this is in thou, so we'll use the half one that I printed right now. So this is going to be in thou. So for all you metric lovers, flee in terror. Oop, dang it. Could be Gantry related. It could be a lot of things. I'm just trying to figure out what it needs, what it is. I hate setting up dial indicators on non-magnetic things. Okay. So, well, it doesn't help when the whole thing varies. It doesn't help when you don't have a flat surface to measure it on. Okay, let's see. So we're going from high to low. High to low, we're looking at 15 thou. We're looking at 15 thou. So, what is it? 1 thou is 1,000th of it. So what is it? What's the conversion? It's like 40 thou is a millimeter, and we're looking at 15 thou. So it's doing this. I know it's quite a bit. What is minimum layer time? Four seconds. Does the backside have the same bulges? Yep. Yep. So the defects on one side are basically mirrored on the other side. And it's the Y sides are the worst. The X side isn't too bad. I mean, the X side's bad, but the Y sides are the worst. So now we're only on one bed. So since we're on one bed, should be pretty good. The wall side view, it's flow is consistent right across the top, like it's consistent on the walls for flow rate. We're only doing like 16 millimeters cubed, which is no problem for a tube compact. Protrusion, no, it's like this, right? So if one side is bulged out, the other side is bulged in. Okay, so they're mirrored. Sorry, they're mirrored. They're not the same, but the defect passes through, so it's mirrored. It's like the whole thing is, it's like the whole print is doing this, right? It's staying within a bound, so it's not like going da 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 and shifting off. So it's not layer shifting, because if it was layer shifting, it'd be going da 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 da. But it's basically doing ha 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 the whole way up. If it was layer shifting, it wouldn't be correcting itself. It would always be, right? It would be Tokyo drifting off the bed. But instead, we got it doing the, you know, the Muhammad Ali. It's just doing this. It's just really weird that it's just doing this. But if it was doing this, right? You just put on some deja vu and you figure it out, right? You just bump up your amps and whatnot. But the fact that it's microstepping, we're 32 microstepping on X, Y, and Z, and interpolation off. And it's not a regular pattern, it's an inconsistent pattern. If it was a regular pattern, that's a lot easier to diagnose, because then you go, oh, it's bearing or whatever, it's every time it comes around or whatever. But no. Bad motor drivers? Nope, it's not bad motor drivers, because I would hope not. It's brand new motors, so. They are not loose, we already checked them. Do I use TMC Autotune? I do not. I've heard good and bad things about Autotune. So I know, who was it? Somebody just had issues with theirs. Is the gantry twisting? As far as I'm aware, no. I don't have a real way to check that, but I don't think it's twisting. Like right now we have Z hop off. So we've taken Z hop right out of the equation here. So if it was a backlash thing or an inconsistent something, it would probably tell us. Mechanical issue. It's just so weird. If you print close to the bed, I don't know. The bed mesh doesn't show any. Usually when you do a bed mesh, you can kind of see if there's a twist because there'll be like a defect either in the x-axis or the y-axis that's consistent right across the bed. And during a full bed mesh, I don't see it. A full bed mesh of this thing is actually pretty flat. So I don't think it's a twist. And the frame is squared up. Like the actual gantry is squared up. Like it's not, you know, racked or anything like that. Have you tried to use the same motor? Well, I mean, like I have the X and Y motors are on 5160s on the Kraken and the Z are on 2209s or whatever the non-beefy ones are, but yeah. Other prints? If it can't print a cube, I'm not going to try printing other stuff. But yes. The belt issue. The problem is, like, these are brand new belts. Well, we've already tried the grub screws. Grub screws are tight. The settings. Tie a screwdriver to a piece of string and tie it on top of the frame. Hang it where just above the bed. See if the screwdriver will. What do you mean just above the bed? Like you want to see if the whole printer is shaking? The frame is square. Yes, it is. And the thing is, if it was an issue with the frame or the base, it would have shown up in the original prints, I think. Look at Discord. Okay, let me check Discord. This is just really weird. You can change the start chamber behavior to core. Oh, okay, there we go. Z banding wobble test. Download. Details. Use the test tower to determine Z banding wobble. Print aims to be as simple and quick as possible. Recommended setting. 0 infill, 0 top layers, Z CMAT rear. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let this go for a little bit, and then we'll try this. We'll try the Z tower. What do they say? 0% infill, 0 top layers. Top layers. 0, infill, 0. Well, let me go take a look and see if we're getting jump prints. I will say the Prusa Core 1L is printing beautifully. How's this looking? Hey, guess what? I think it's still doing the same thing. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. No, I haven't set up the macro to only heat up one bed yet. That's at the bottom of my list right now. My list is trying to get the printer actually functional before I start playing around with quality of life stuff, like only dealing with one bed at a time. If I printed on it, yeah, my 2.4 is fine. I printed on a 2.4 last week, it was fine. No, they're not consistent model to model. That's the problem. They're relatively in like the same-ish location, but it's like if you're continuously doing this, then it's just gonna sometimes line up, sometimes kind of be off. Like you can look, like where's the most? I think it's the most recent one. So it's like the imperfections that are on the same level are the imperfections that you would see like a benchy hull line, right? So. Geared motor, wrong microsteps. It's printing accurately. While these cubes look like dookie, they are geometrically accurate. So I don't think it's not a gearing or anything ratio problem, because otherwise these would be like way out to lunch geometrically. These are accurately geometrically, and like the top layers look great. Look at that top layer. That top layer is beautiful, right? And it bridges really good too. Like, the problem is the outer walls, this one ain't too bad. Yeah, until you look at that side. The outer walls just look like shite. So, it's like, what the hell? So, on the bright side, somebody's at least going to get something, because every stream will give away a spool of filament from Polymaker, so make sure you enter for your chance, link below. Have you tried running Ellis's test speed macro? I've never run that macro before. What's the wall speed? Whatever stock is, so inner, outer, like it is with its stock. Whatever stock is. What do you mean the cutouts? Like, the imperfections are random, but there are some imperfections that are, I think, might be accentuated by like something like a benchy hull line. Like, here. I'll put two side by side so you guys can compare. This is the most recent one. So from oldest to newest, right here. Okay. So for those that want to compare all the defects, here you go. There you go. Look, there's this one we even partially finished so that it fits the camera cutout. There you go. So you can see there's some stuff that is kind of on the same level, but like this line right here, for example, this line lines up perfectly with this the step here. So this is a model issue kind of. This is like a benchy hull line type line that you see across there. Okay. So this is oldest to newest. And you can see it's kind of all over the place. So there, it's not like, you know, if it was like every 2 millimeters, be like, oh, it's a bearing, right? It's like a bearing. It's consistently inconsistent. Yeah. And that's what's driving me insane right now. Because it's like, here, for those that want, take a picture, a screen capture, if you want to look at it more. There. It's consistently inconsistent, and that's what's driving me insane. Okay, it's looking better, but it's still inconsistent. Yeah, it's looking better, but it's still inconsistent as heck. So Z-hop is not it. Z-hop is not it. Yeah, Z-hop is not it. Shoot. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Z alignment's fine. Z alignment doesn't look any worse than it does on any other V2 I have. Yeah, if it was a bad bearing, if something was shifting, it's why is it, it's, the bearing mount's all nice and stable? Yeah. Like I went through and tightened everything up. Like, it's got fresh grease. I cleaned everything and greased it during the build. Convinced it's an input shaper. The thing is, it wouldn't be in, if it was a setting, you would think there'd be more consistency to it. Printing in the same spot. We have been printing consistently in the middle of the bed. This time we turned it 90 degrees and we're printing on one bed to try and remove the, oh, maybe it's the beds like individually doing something funky. So now we're printing entirely on one bed and we rotated the model 45 degrees and I'm seeing the same issue. I'm seeing the same issue right now. I went through sleep. I went through, we just like on the stream today, I double checked the motors and everything was tight. The XY drive pulleys are tight. I know it's a mechanical issue, but what is the issue? Like the only thing I could put, like if it was a Z issue, I don't think we would be getting consistent. There'd have to be something, it wouldn't be, if it was a Z issue, we'd have an issue with the geometry of the height. The fact that everything is still coming out like geometrically accurate leads me to not believe it's a step issue or something. Any give? Is there a place on the belt path? I mean, like when you do the, you know, the test where you move the gantry front, forward, and backwards and see if the head moves back and forth, it doesn't. So if I like grab the gantry from the back and pull it forward, the head stays right in the middle the entire way forward. So it's not like a belt's binding anywhere. We've calibrated extrusion. The grub screws are all tight. Ball bearings in the carriage. They were all fine when I put it together. Like none of them were missing bearings when I put it together. Did I do a QGL? I did. Yep. Like the only other thing I could think of is right now the gantry. I'm stopping this print, by the way. We're having the exact same issue. The only other thing I could think of is potentially for the carriage to the gantry, they sit on springs and I have them like with a little bit of play. Okay. Did I redo the bed? I mean, well, if you look at the temperature graph for the bed and the fact that they barely, they move by 0.1 degrees Celsius leads me to believe that the bed PID is pretty good. Like the fact that I'm only seeing 40, when it's set for 55, it's going between 54.9 and 55.1, and that's it, leads me to believe the PID for the bed is pretty solid. So the bed PID is pretty solid, and even the hot end is rock solid. What I could adjust right now is the gantry carriage to the gantry itself. They are CNC carriages. You know what? I'm going to tighten them down. I'm going to tighten them down. So let's move up a couple hundred. G1 Z X Y 300 Z 300. I'm gonna play around with some screws. I'm gonna play around with some screws, and then we're gonna try printing this little test tower thing. Remove the spring. I'm just gonna tighten them right down on the spring. I'm just gonna tighten them right down on the spring. I'm just gonna bottom the spring out because I could remove the spring, but if would removing the spring or tightening right onto the spring be the same thing? Here, I'll take one out just to. Yeah. So if you're wondering, It's still, it's a little bit better with me tightening it up, but it's still inconsistent as heck. Like it's still, and you can see, okay, so we got like, that one kind of looks like it lines up, but this one doesn't line up with anything here. And then this one doesn't have a, so it's yeah. Asking good questions, fun for more coffee. Cheers, Brad. Spring plus umbilical. You know what? I'm gonna take the springs out. Let's take the springs out. And this is gonna give me a chance to yeah. Okay, that feels healthy. So how big of a screw do I need if I'm getting rid of these springs? 5. 5, 10 maybe, or 12. Let's try 10 first. I think this is 10. See if these work. Let's see if these work. Okay. Yeah, it's something, maybe it is the springs. Maybe it is the springs for all I know. And it is QGL. I did do a QGL before this, so. And this will give me a chance to make sure everything's nice and happy in terms of the, because I'd be able, if a carriage was wonky, I would feel it. If a carriage was wonky, I would feel it. And yeah, that carriage feels good too, so. Okay. And these bearings, they do move pretty healthily too. This guy over here, I don't want to lose these because I kind of need these if I accidentally put them back. What's up? What are we working on? We're trying to figure out inconsistent layer stacking. So there's springs that hold these, like that pre-tension to the carriage, and we are basically removing them from the equation right now. So we're going rigid mount. We'll see if this solves our problem, and I'm hoping it does. All right, I forgot to check this one. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, that feels healthy. This one's annoying to work on back here. Fortunately, I can't see you guys on chat. I don't have my tablet set up right now. I didn't expect I was hoping this would be a lot shorter stream today. Yeah, all the Z carriages feel fine. None of the Z carriages have like any stiction in them or anything like that. They all feel fine. Although, I'm gonna crack this. 1 second. I'm gonna crack something here. Keep forgetting I have a whole strip of LEDs stuck in here. You're loose. You're loose. You're loose. Everything was tight. So there. Okay. So, our gantry is floating right now. I have loosened up the gantry. It is floating. Just trying to, okay, that's tight. Okay. Okay. Let me double check chat, see what chat's saying. If I'm being dumb or anything. Was a bad X-rail. I mean, to be fair, as frustrating as this is, I love doing this kind of work. This kind of problem solving is fun. No offense, guys, the most annoying thing is when somebody pops in chat and recommends something we've already tried, and it happens repeatedly. That is like the most annoying part of this, is just somebody popping in chat. They're like, did you calibrate your extruder E-step? Did you do a PID tune? Oh yeah, I should probably, can't move it unless I disable motors. Main menu. Move, disable motors. Okay, accept. Okay, motors are disabled. Okay. Let's wiggle, wiggle. That gantry, that is not moving. So the fact that this isn't moving leads me to believe there's no binding, because this is moving pretty smooth. We're good there. So now, tighten these guys back up. Okay, we're still good in the front, because the front's easy. The front's easy. Okay, that's good. That's good. Back here. Okay, make sure these are, yeah, that's, there ain't no slack in that. And yes, they are CNC carriages, so it's not like I have a ton of, it's the downside with CNC carriages is when there's no give in them. So everything has to be like bang on, or you're gonna be chasing ghosts because of alignment issues, because there's no play in there. Okay, so feels fine. Like it's a little tensed. No, that feels fine. This isn't moving. And then if I move it, yeah, like I know you can't see it or you can't feel it because you're watching me over video over the internet. Isn't the future cool? But this is butter. Like, other than the fact there's a bit of resistance because the belts are pretty tight, they're not even that tight. It's just a long belt run, and the motors are pretty torquey. But like, I'm feeling no bumps, no binding. Like, it feels fine. I'm just gonna crack these two for a real reason, just why not? Everything else is. Sure, it finds its home. Let everything find its home. Let everything find its home. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm missing one of these. Did I drop one of these? I think I'm missing one. I am missing one. Well, hopefully I don't need them anymore. Home all. Like everything seems fine. Everything seems fine. Like everything seems fine and healthy. And somehow I lost one of my screws with a spring on it, which is going to get really annoying if I ever go back to that, but we'll see. At least we know it's not an issue with it being in the middle of the bed. So we'll do this. We'll do a QGL. I will do a quick input shape, and then we'll try that. The hot end's not loose. The hot end's not loose. You're making me go check the hot end. No, that thing's rigid. That ain't moving. Thing's solid. Yep. If you want to see, this is before and after. And it's hard to show on the camera, but they still have inconsistent inconsistencies. The Y side is the worst. And they're not on the same level, so it's all over the place. So, okay, so that, do a QGL. This is the thing, we keep changing stuff and it's like nothing is affecting this. So we've done some mechanical changes. The PI sheet. The bed is on springs. The bed is on springs because I had to level it and raise it. Ooh, I got packages. Sorry, packages. What was I saying? I was on a train there. Also, I have to go to the washroom. So we're gonna do the QGL. It's taking well, you know, yeah. 0.49. Oh yeah, because we played around with it, so we're probably gonna have to redo QGL. My filament dry? The filament's dry. Please mute. What do you mean mute? Oh, no, I there we go. Oh, still doing QGL. I mean, we did play around with it, so Is it concave? It's basically like shimmying around. So it's doing this. So it's staying within bounds because geometrically the part is still accurate, right? It's just doing this as it goes up. So, yeah, it's not the extruder. So this behavior was present before. It's got to be some. I'm honestly thinking it's something mechanical. It's taking its sweet time doing QGL without as much. There we go. There we go. We're within QGL tolerance. Okay. So home all. I'm gonna run the input shape quick, and then I go to the washroom. And then I'm gonna come back. We'll do the giveaway. So you have until I come back from go to the washroom. To do what you want to do, or to enter for your chance to win. So you guys can watch this. Input shape. Okay. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. Still doing testing. Okay. What was the announcement? Oh, it's just Polymaker refills. Polymaker sent me a box of filament, and I think they did send me an email like a couple days before going, hey, we're sending you something. It's don't talk about it till this day. And I completely forgot. So a box showed up and I'm like, oh, it's for Polymaker. Oh, wait, nope, not supposed to talk about that. So, yeah. Okay, so we're doing input shape now. We'll see how it is. We will do this little temperature thingy. And since it doesn't matter, we've determined that printing in the middle of the bed isn't affecting this. We're going back to the middle of the bed. Because guess what? I need to be able to print in the middle of the bed. So we'll do this. So once this is done, we will do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. Could you try shimming 2 feet on the front side 10 layers? Having twisted force on the frame may help identify the error slop. The whole floor is tilted in my garage like this, and the printer is technically facing downhill. But the bed, it's the frame, it should be pretty, I don't think it should matter that much. Because it is locked, like the wheels are locked. Okay, so the wheels are locked. Tune input shaper. 504. Okay, so for Y, we are at MZV 36.4. So download. Okay, so back here. Another day of content. I don't want to be doing this content though. I want to be printing with this machine. Okay, so Y, MZV 36.4. This is different. This is quite different. Damien, cheers for the sub. And then the X, oh, did I open the right one? Let me just make sure I open the right X. X is EI 69, nice, 0.6. This hump is much bigger now. This hump wasn't that big before, but it's still in the same spot. And it's on the X. So EI 69.6. $69.6. Okay, save and restart. The belt comparison. The belt comparison is old. I'd have to redo the belt comparison. Like if you want the belt, I got to rerun the belt comparison. Like here, I'll do the belt comparison. This is going to take a while. Okay, let's do this giveaway. While I'm getting the giveaway set up, if you did not enter, you will have another chance to win on Friday. So that's going to do that. So we're going to compare our X and Y belts. While I'm getting this set up though, check out the links in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like Gamer Subs, use code Canuck, save 10% on your order. And others like Polymaker, they have a sale on right now. Prusa has a sale on right now. They're not going to cost you anything extra. You're going to save some money and you're going to help out the channel at the same time. Or if you want to help the channel, the content I create and things I do directly, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, like Damien was a little while ago, gifting memberships to others is the best way. So. Okay, let's see here. Close that. Continue. Race. Random. We got our bots. Add names. Clear. Open. We got 275 people. Steve is always the first one. You better not be a bot, Steve. 75. Play. I mean, it can slice and stream. It just likes to... It's a PCI lane issue. Okay, how this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. Oh, good theme. It's snowing out too. Okay, this ball right here. Who is this ball? Who is that ball? CMY Keith. I have picked your name a couple times, but you have yet to win. If you win today, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark global makes everyone else go slower. Like the smash button, ring the bell, and be subscribed to the channel to make your ball go even faster. It greases it up, actually. I think Steve just sits there and hits refresh until it pops up. Because he is active in chat, so he is a human. So that's all I really care about. Oh, Mike isn't going to win. Steve is chat jippity. Can't remember where I heard that from. I heard some YouTuber called it chat jippity, and now that's all I call it. Really unrelated question, but can you try a stream speaking French? You know, speak a little. Je ne peux pas parler beaucoup de français. Mon français est limited. I went to a French school until grade 6. I used to be fluent, or at least as fluent as somebody who went to a French immersion school until grade 6 was. The problem is we moved to a location where my parents put me into an English school because, one, it was further away from the French school. And two, my brother and sister weren't doing too good in French. So they just moved us all to an English school. And because I don't really have family that speak French or anything at the time, I basically lost it all. Because, you know, I'm 37 and it's been a hot minute since grade school French. Gary Milne, congratulations. So the thing is, I can understand French pretty good. I can read French pretty good. I can understand spoken French pretty good as long as it's not spoken too fast. And it's Québécois. But it's just been so long, like when I go to speak French, je suis perdu la langue parce que je ne comprends et je ne peux remember the words. So, yeah. So, s'il vous plaît, je m'appelle Taylor. J'aime beaucoup le poutine. Il y a une bibliothèque dans mon pamplemousse. So, congratulations, Gary. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. So, Gary Milne, there you go. So it's just the fact that I forget what the words are. Like I forget, like I can speak it, and when I remember what the words are, I haven't spoken it in so long. I've just lost the vocabulary. So yeah, unfortunately I can't do a full stream in French. But I know enough. I know enough that if I'm like, you know, I go to a Burger King in Quebec, I can order food. Or I go to a fast food place in Quebec or a restaurant, I can order food. I can read the menu, I can order food. It's just, you know, when conversationally, I'll just forget what the words are because it's been so long. So I would like to get back to speaking French. I have family in Quebec now. My wife's side of the family, her brothers live in Quebec and they are married and they have kids. So this summer coming up, I'm going to be spending a week or two in Quebec. So it's like, oh shoot, I actually kind of have a valid reason to somewhat know French now. So I need to like relearn it essentially. Oop, this is the wrong email account. Hold on a second here. In Royale, ooh, yeah, a Royale with cheese. So, I mean, I know more French than I do my, than Chinese. I know ni hao and shishu, and that's like it. Oh. Polymaker filament winner. Congratulations, Gary. There you go. Email is on its way. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Cleaned output folder. Machine, shake and tune, belts, comparison, newest one. They are 99.3%. The X and Y belts are 99.3% harmonious. and it's excellent mechanical health. Okay, so we're just gonna print this thing. I'm gonna hit this print and we're just gonna print it and we'll see what we get. I will post pictures of it after the stream ends because I'm gonna go make dinner from the omelette du fromage. Correct, it's actually omelette au fromage. Du fromage is not grammatically correct. It's actually omelette au fromage. We've tried printing with Z-Hop disabled, and it didn't do anything. With the Z-Hop disabled, it didn't do anything. So now it's eating, it's gonna do a print. I'm gonna go make din din for the family. So I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I really want this printer to print acceptably because, you know, I have a giant project that I need this to work for. And this is brewing content. Like there's supposed to be videos that I'm hoping to do with this printer and I haven't been able to. But I can give you a tease for tomorrow. If you're wondering what we're doing tomorrow on the Twitch stream, well, I try to open the packages up and not dox myself. If all goes well tomorrow on the Twitch stream, it's going to be the pre-flight test for the CRT TV Steam Deck. If you don't know what that is, follow me on Twitch, Nero3D. We're building a Steam Deck with a CRT TV and a Raspberry Pi. But I've ordered some gubbins to go with it. So now I have a USB hub inside, because of course you need a USB hub on your CRT Steam Deck. So there we go. Got gubbins. There's a USB hub. Heck yeah. So no more dongle. Sweet. Okay. Calling it there. Calling it there. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool film we get with this stream and every stream. Shout out to, I guess, Physek for sending the Venture XL, I guess. I wish it worked better. Shout out to Big Tree Tech for providing all the electronics that now live in the Physek Venture XL because I've ripped out all the Physek electronics. And shout out to you, the viewer. So I wouldn't be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. If you sub to the channel, gifted memberships, or did super chats, appreciate it. Enjoy your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. I will post a picture of this on the Discord and the Twitters and whatnot after when it's done. And if it works, it works. If not, swearing. Good night.